I'm gonna get started. Everybody doing today? Coach Will, Mr. Will&Passion here himself. As you can see, the name of the video: Sunday Studies. Doing my research. I already bust. Doing my research for this Sunday. There's a lot of videos that I like to click from, that I like to listen to during the nighttime. Just gaining knowledge about different topics. I don't know if it's gonna ban me for letting y'all guys hear some of the videos that I do listen to, and I will be taking notes. On this first video that I'm listening to is how to manifest text message for someone using law of attraction. And, just from off the topic, the reason I clicked that one is a certain business calls, emails, text messages that I would like to receive to go and get things started with my business. Will&Passion will involve. If you don't know much about it, just go look on my YouTube, look on my Instagrams, my Snapchat, Will Williams Jr. on Facebook, and you'll learn a little bit more about me. I'm a coach right now, but I want to become a personal trainer, physical therapist, massage therapist, Reiki master, and be one of the best development coaches ever. So that's my goal. But yeah, I'm gonna play some of these videos. Hey, what's up? Play some of these videos, take some notes from them. As you can see, I'm eating too. Got me a big salad with shrimp, chicken. I'm trying to eat better. Trying to eat better, trying to do better. But yeah, let me go ahead and get started. For this first video, how to manifest text from somebody using law of attraction by Mark. This is one of my videos from my playlist. All right, let's get started. What's good? What's good? Hope everybody had a great Sunday.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing today?
Doing
Hopefully
good.
Everyone's doing great. So today, another insightful content to help you to deliberately create your life by design. So today's topic that I'm going to teach you how to do this is how to manifest a text message from someone general, or maybe that special someone. Just how to manifest a text message in general. How to get someone to text you back, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get into it. All right. So when it comes to creating, we have to remember how everything works, right? So we live in a universe of vibration and energy. So it's all about what you're sending out to the universe, all right? So we have to send clear signs or signals. So the first step to manifest something is tell the universe what you want. Get clear on that. So, for example, you do it like this. You know what? Sure nice to hear from such and such. It'd be nice for such and such to text me. You know what? I'd like such and such to text me. That's being clear. You want to get the response from this person, okay? So that's the first thing. You get clear on that. Number one. So get clear on that. Number two now We have to visualize that person, visualize whoever it is texting you. So how do you do it? Very simple. You basically go in your mind's eye, you put a picture. I mean, it should be easier because you've interacted with this person or persons before. So put an image in your mind and see yourself just casually doing something, or you're out and your phone gets a beep and you look, text message, it says the person's name on it. That's it. Just visualize that, right? So you visualize that nightly. So while you're visualizing that, while you're going to sleep, so here's the process how you should do it. First, get clear. You just tell the universe what you want.
last thing, just believe. That's the main thing. Believe, because you know, man, everything is connected. And if you want those things to happen, it's gonna end up coming to you. I promise you, it's gonna end up coming to you. Just by me talking about it, I'm telling you that it's gonna end up coming. So it's gonna end up coming. What's good, over everybody doing good? Welcome to my little talk for today. It's my little talk for today, man. Just telling you about my Sunday studies, what I've been studying on this Sunday. All right, so let's see what this next video is. Proof that we create our reality. And based off that last video, it's basically said, man, you can create anything definitely if you understand energies,
Probably think differently
and
about reality
perspectives and stuff.
and what you're capable of. But first, let me start with some stories for context. And to help me tell these stories, normally I would just draw everything by hand, but today I'm going to use some AI so that I can produce the video way faster. We just have a lot going on right now. So first, there was a study done in 1996 where an orthopedic surgeon gave 10 surgeries to patients with osteoarthritis of the knee. In this study, 2 of the men were given the standard surgery, 3 of them received a surgery called a lavage, a washing out of the arthritic material, and the 5 remaining got a sham surgery. What that means is they were cut into and then sewn back up and nothing more. Keep in mind, these men did not know that they were having a sham surgery. All 10 patients reported greater mobility and less pain. Afterwards, the same doctor did a larger study involving 180 patients and continuously saw the same results. Everyone was improving, regardless of what kind of surgery they had, including the fake ones. This one study was also very similar to one that took place in the 1950s, where 2 groups of researchers conducted studies comparing the then standard surgery for angina to a placebo. Angina is a chest pain caused by insufficient blood flow to the heart, and the procedure they used was to tie up damaged arteries, attempting to force the body to increase blood flow to the heart. So these 2 groups of researchers, one in Kansas City and one in Seattle, each secretly gave half of the patients real surgeries and the other half got sham surgeries. The results were insane. First, of course, 67% of patients who received the actual surgery felt less pain and needed less medication, while 83% of those who had the sham surgery had the same level of improvement. The placebo surgery actually worked better than the real one. But wait, this one is even more wild. A 1962 study in Japan was done with a group of children who were all extremely allergic to poison ivy. Researchers rubbed one forearm with a poison ivy leaf, but told them the leaf was harmless. Then they rubbed the child's other forearm with a harmless leaf, told them it was poison ivy. All of the children developed a rash on the arm that had been touched by a harmless leaf. And 11 of the 13 kids did not get any rash where the actual poison ivy had touched them. These 3 stories are just 3 of many that I recently read in the opening chapter of Dr. Joe Dispenza's You Are the Placebo. My favorite story of all, though, was the last one from chapter 1, where there was a guy who thought he had been voodooed many years prior and had been chronically sick ever since. So when the doctor found out, he invented a story that the voodoo priest who hexed the guy put lizard eggs in his belly, and one of the lizards was still in there, eating the man from the inside out, causing his sickness. So the doctor then gave the man a drug that induced vomiting and slipped a lizard into the bucket after he finished purging. Sure enough, the man saw it and was so relieved he suddenly found himself cured. His chronic illness went away, and he's been great ever since. Now, I'm only mentioning a few of these stories, but there are so many more, for both positive and negative too. There was a story where someone thought they had cancer and believed they were going to die within a certain time frame. And sure enough, they did. But then, only after they died, the doctors realized that their cancer diagnosis was a false positive, and they actually had no cause of death except the belief itself. You see, beliefs are just that powerful. They direct the course that the flow of our thoughts and feelings take through our body of consciousness, which directs not only our words and our actions, but our physiology and gene expression, all the way down to our DNA. What? Mind-blowing. And Dr. Dispenza has been working on this kind of stuff for years. He's helped countless people have amazing breakthroughs, showing how to miraculously heal their bodies, overcome depression, anxiety, disease, and illness, even make more money and just be happy and even find the perfect relationship. For the past few months, I've been binge reading his books. The first one I read was Becoming Supernatural, and I can't even begin to describe what kind of positive impact it's had on me. You can probably feel the shift in energy lately too. A lot of that book talks about different meditation practices to reorganize your brain and thought processing ability to invoke higher states of consciousness, access superconscious states, and elevate the state of consciousness within the self from more of a matter focus into an energy focus, and things of this nature. You can tell I like the book. See how much I highlighted? Imagine for a moment that you could live your highest ideal, the perfect dream version of yourself. And all that was required for you to embody it was just a matter of consistently changing your thinking enough that you break free of everything else that's keeping you limited. I mean, that's all I wanted for all of us, forever. And straight up, Joe Dispenza has a modern key for this, and I think everyone should know about it. Truth is, I actually was planning to film a video just talking about all of this stuff, what I was reading and how it was so impactful, but then, literally this morning, my friends at Gaia reached out to me and said for the next week, they are giving away Joe Dispenza's Rewired series for free to anyone who signs up right now. And I thought, wait, I've been reading all of his books lately, but I hadn't even seen Rewired yet. So I just watched the first episode, and I am so excited to binge the whole thing. But I had to finish making up right now. And I thought, wait, I've been reading all of his books lately, but I hadn't even seen Rewired yet. So I just watched the first episode.
I'll be right back. Put this up. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I'm back. It really hasn't been 21 minutes. Because Macy called me and I was talking to her. I think the video still was going on while I was talking to her.
And I am so excited to binge the whole thing. But I had to finish making this video first, so that I could invite you to come and watch alongside me. I can definitively say from what I've seen, Rewired is brilliant. Joe has put all of his wisdom and insight from everything he's learned together into a video series on Gaia that you can enjoy right now. As usual, you'll find the links in the description to sign up for free, but you have to act quickly because the offer expires very soon. If you're watching this video after that sign-up window, check the link anyways, just in case. Of course, you can also go to your local bookstore and see if you can find a copy of his books. They're very good material if you're more of a reader. Thank you so much, and happy transforming. See you next time.
Can you teach your embody emotionally what that future will feel like before it's made manifest. You can't wait for your wealth to feel worthiness and abundance. You can't wait for your new relationship to feel love. You can't wait for your healing to feel gratitude. That's the old model of reality. The quantum model of reality is breaking the habit of the old self and reinventing the new self. Everybody listen, by 2027, Goldman Sachs said.
Peace, infinite waters, diving.
All right, my bad. I had to look up something. Back on track. I'm back on track now.
The creator economy will double, right? So whatever it is, I mean, in the next 3 years it's gonna be bigger. Now, Gary Vee talking about that can be disrupted.
All right, this next video is by 19 Keys. And what 19 Keys we'll be talking about. I'm at this playing too. Because they said I need to watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I listen to it and watch it. Tell me I multitask. Multitask. You know, multiple things. Learn multiple things at once. But yeah, this next video that I'll be listening to is by 19 Keys. 19 Keys. And what 19 Keys will be talking about is basically on creating an economy, doubling it, how to double your money, how to double your income, and more opportunities to make more money. Good topic for me at this time right now in life. I'm just trying to figure out doing the things that I actually love and still being able to live a life, not just to survive, just to be able to do anything that I want to do. If I want to go travel, if I want to go do this, if I want to go do this for my family, just making those things financially, basically financially freedom, so I can do anything to help out with the family and friends, clients, and others. But yeah, just trying to become a better overall coach, overall life coach. All right, but yeah, on this one, just talking about 19 Keys is gonna tell us some ways how we can make more income. All right, let's listen up to it.
Everybody listen, by 2027, Goldman Sachs said that the creator economy will double, right? So whatever it is, I mean, in the next 3 years it's gonna be bigger. Now, Gary Vee talking about that can be disrupted by people creating AI agencies and you utilizing
UGC, which is user-generated content, make things that look like it's organic on TikTok, but instead it's an AI. So people are making all kind of money right now doing it, and I'd be like, wait a minute. I get that they making money, and the money ain't the point. The point is who is the money going to and what they're going to do with it. Because the problem is the people that know how to make money, that only focus on money, is going to get the money. And the people that need it, they not focused on it, nor do they understand the operations and systems behind it. So therefore, they not using this technology the same way. So environment, their family, that landscape don't change. So all we get when we have these new shifts, right, is people that already have money making money. So that's why the world don't change, even though you would be like, wait a minute. If a technology comes to where it gives people access to resources that they normally couldn't afford, right? That normally only high-level income earners, multi-million dollar and billion-dollar businesses have, right? You can have your own copywriter, you can have your own editor, you can have your own research team, right? You couldn't clone yourself digital. You couldn't have your own overseas assistant. You can create your own AI agency. You can have your own video, graphic design, editing department. You know what I'm saying? Like, as one person, you can now have all of that in your business operation. So what does that look like? If you're able to do all of those things to where you can automate your marketing, you can automate your funnels. You know what I'm saying? You can automate your branding and your development and your content creation. Shit, well, it really just depends on how strong your vision in your mind is now. You know what I'm saying? If you got all this power, but it's like, you got to understand, and this is some of the secrets that people don't be telling y'all, is that when this AI first came out, it was actually stronger than what it is now. They cutting it down because they realize it's too powerful to be giving people all this power. So what they want to do is regulate it. And the way the regulation is just going to work is that they're going to regulate it for the people at the bottom, not the top. Because they're going to ask the people at the top, the Microsoft, the NVIDIAs, the Google, to help them regulate it, which is only going to benefit the monopolies. So they don't want you creating your own large language model. They don't want you creating your own AI with all this data. So you got to get in while the getting is good to create your own, because otherwise they're going to be using this to control you, right? So right now, they don't want the law. They got the laws to be soft so that they can go use it and train it on the whole world. Then they're going to try to regulate it after they trained it on the whole world, so you can't go about and doing the same thing to where you don't need them. Man, then of course, the shit be racist and be discriminatory because the people who built it don't look like you, right? This is why when you go do a voice clone or something on there, it's built on the base of a white voice, and now you have to try to turn that into your voice. What if the base was a black voice, right? So what we're doing when we operating with their technology, we're trying to turn it into us versus build it based on us. And why would we need them to go do that and train it on us when we can just train it on ourselves and enhance whatever we already doing? Like, I be pushing industries when they're early, because I be like, that's where the opportunity is. By the time they become cemented and standard, nah, they got control over it. That's why I push things years before they come out. It's like, bro, this is the sweet spot. And nobody see it time and time again. Niggas will be niggas. And they be like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Keys. I don't know about that. I'ma just do what works for me. That's the selfish part. We do what works for us. Damn, what about the collective? What about the generations to come? You feel me? And because one person don't have enough money and resources to just do it on their own, the time ends up being passed, and then by that time you want to get into it, you're going to be taking your money to go invest in a white business, right? Helping them prop up, and then claim that you're a great investor that made a lot of money. This was the shit that happens. I don't want to hear about none of these black celebrities and niggas investing into these fucking white businesses that already getting hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars of investment. I want to hear about them going and investing into black ideas and startups. That's the only type of investment that matter to me. Niggas be like, yeah, I made 21 companies, unicorns. How many of them was black? All you did was invest in generational wealth for somebody else's community. While we complaining about the lack of access to funds, we celebrate the higher economic class, right, of Black America pulling all of their funds and investing into someone else. I ain't never heard them brag about how they invested into this black business and it just boomed. Man, I put 10 million in. They don't even be knowing what these businesses are, so they don't be smart, first of all. And they not getting the big boss moves. They got their investor that tell them what deal flow to go in. So the manager of their funds is not gonna tell them go invest in this black startup. Hell no, cause that nigga is Jewish or white or Asian or Indian or something. He ain't doing that. And if it is a black dude, he still ain't gonna do it because he's wrapped up in their world. They be like, man, I'm at the top, man, and niggas don't do this at the top, man. They afraid of us getting powers. And I know they afraid, duh. You afraid of having the power. They made you afraid. I don't want to hear about them. You feel me? So, like, for me, technology, social media, the internet, community, collective operations, you feel me? These are our ways of getting ahead. These are our ways of empowering ourselves. Like, you may never be able to afford to hire, 20 employees, but you can utilize the processing power of 20 employees in these new technology and softwares. You can do that, right? Now, this is the important part. Like, you know, black media don't push this enough, right? They don't push it enough. Like, we have to really push the education in our communities as the form of empowerment as far as us being able to reparate ourselves. We really do, because science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, we got the arts down. We don't have the STEM down, so we don't have the STEAM. We ain't STEAM powered. We ain't got that STEAM engine.
I always get what I want from the littlest things, like walking into a nail shop and not having to wait for an appointment, getting my phone bill reduced, to the big things.
Mike, that was a good one by 19 Keys. He basically was just on a rant. He basically was just communicating, just talking about what we need to do as black people. What we need to do as a collective to make this world better, basically. On this next video, um, I'm gonna read a little bit about it. I'm excited to share manifesting methods of how I can manifest anything I want, an easy step-by-step way to manifest anything you want in your life. This is the manifesting routine that's giving me success, money, and travel. By following these manifesting steps, you'll be able to manifest your dreams to life quickly and easily. If you want to reinvent yourself and change your life, this is the video you've been waiting for. This is part of my How to Manifest series of using law of attraction to attract anything you want. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will let you know. But this video will be called How I Manifest Everything I Want. Success, money, and travel. Let's see how she did it. Let's listen up, see how she did it, what she did, what steps she did.
Like manifesting my house, luxury car, and dream business. Hello, please. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I attract everything that I want. This is a follow-up from my previous video of how I manifested my dream life. A lot of people have been asking me, am I manifesting wrong? I have been manifesting for years, or manifesting for the same thing, but it doesn't seem to have well manifested. There's a lot of things that's involved in manifestation. I am going to turn this into a series, but today I'm going to be focusing on how you can attract everything that you want. Everything always works out for me. Now, could this be embedded in my only child syndrome? Most definitely. Growing up as an only child, I didn't have to compete for affection. I had a lot of gifts. My parents invested in my gifts and talents. I went to grooming school. I did gymnastics. I went to dance lesson. There was even a time where I wanted to be a vegetarian. I only lasted for 2 weeks, but in that time my parents bought me vegetarian groceries because they weren't about to stop eating meat, child. No was a word that I was not used to hearing. So I grew up getting everything that I wanted, which made me believe that I could get everything that I wanted in life. Now, I'm not naive to the fact that everyone has a different childhood and how my childhood as a privilege, but I wanted to highlight how your childhood, the way that you're raised, what you grow up seeing, hearing, being taught has an impact on your mindset, how you see yourself, what you believe is possible, and what you believe that you can achieve. Before you can even start manifesting or attracting anything, you need to have a temperature check of your current mindset. Do you believe that anything is possible? Do you believe that you can achieve anything? Do you have a lack mindset or do you have an abundant mindset? I have a whole playlist of how to go from scarcity to abundant mindset, so be sure to check that out. Even though I had a great foundation of having an abundance mindset, life can be cruel. It can make you question, can I have or be anything that I want? For me, it was losing my mom, becoming a single mom, being broke, being in debt, not having a job, which made me a victim of my own circumstances. Why is this happening to me? What have I done to deserve this? Basically internalizing every bad thing that was happening in my life and blaming myself for the position that I'd found myself in. I had to go on a spiritual journey of reconnecting with the inner child who had that delulu faith and believed that anything was possible, that she could have and be anything that she wanted, that she was worthy, that she was valuable to have anything that she wanted, which meant that I had to divorce from my old identity. I'll speak more about identity shifting in a separate video and embody the identity of not only my inner child, but my higher self, the woman of my dreams and the woman that was on my vision board. I remember when I quit my job during my maternity, I was broke, I was in debt, no savings, and I was thinking of ways that I could make money. I was thinking I should get a job, probably sell my clothes, probably sell some of my designer items, so my house wouldn't get repossessed and I wouldn't have bailiffs coming to knock on my door. But there was a huge part of me that was telling me to be still, that everything was going to be okay. To the naked eye, I was thinking, how is everything going to be okay if I don't get a job, if I don't make money? My dad had given me the option to move back with him, potentially sell my house or rent it out, but something was telling me to hold off, that things were going to work itself out. That's the delulu faith that I be talking about. Believing something is going to happen even when you don't have the evidence. But if you think about it, those decisions and actions that we make on a day-to-day basis are delusional. Delusional that you're going to get in your car and get to work without an accident happening. If you want to attract anything that you want, if you want to manifest your dream life, you have to tap into your unconscious. Freud breaks down his personality theory into the id, superego, and ego. I'm not going to go too much into the superego. The ego is the conscious and realistic part of your personality. So that part that was telling me that I had to get a job, that I had to sell my clothes, sell my designer items so the bailiffs will not come knocking. Whereas the id is the unconscious part of you that looks after your basic needs. A huge part of me that was telling me to be still, that everything was going to be okay. It's like when you're driving and then you end up at your destination and you're wondering, how did I get here? It's because whilst you've been driving, you've been tapping into the id part of your personality where you might have been daydreaming, but still looking after the basic needs of driving and getting you where you want to go safely. It's not that you shouldn't be logical. I'm a very pragmatic person, but you have to allow yourself to dream. You have to allow the id to take over and to believe that everything is going to be okay. Most of the times we don't want to release control. That's why we always stay in the ego. Your ego is telling you that you need to take control of the situation. That's when you find yourself working hard with nothing to show for it. But if you allow yourself to tap into your unconscious, into your id, this is where you find yourself attracting everything.
Okay, I'm back. My bad. I'm back. Let me get back to it.
People don't appreciate the power of tapping into your unconsciousness, the power of letting go. I will touch more on this in a separate video, but this is why there's a lot of untapped dreams where people read a lot of books, buy a lot of courses, watch a lot of YouTube videos, but they never take the aligned action because they're afraid they're going to fail, they're afraid they're going to look stupid. They're thinking of their dream as this huge thing that's probably going to take them years for them to achieve, instead of just taking one step at a time, putting one foot in front of the other until they actualize their dream. Even though I can easily say I attract everything that I want, it took me years to get here, which is why I can't relate to people who say, I manifested this in 24 hours, I manifested this in a week. It doesn't mean that I haven't manifested things in a short time frame, but for some of the big dreams, I had to get out of my own way and stop asking, how am I going to do this? How is this going to happen for me? And allow God and the power of prosperity to do its thing, especially when it looked like it wasn't going to happen, especially when it felt like it wasn't going to happen. I had to trust that it was going to happen. I had to stay the course. That's why it's called delulu faith. The Bible says if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. I hear a lot of people say, well, God knows what I want. I shouldn't have to keep on asking him what I want over and over again. Why not? If you're denied a bank loan because your credit is not good, are you not going to ask for the bank loan when you improve your credit? There's different seasons in life. There's a reason why your manifestations are not happening in a particular season. There's a reason why you're failing currently. There's a reason why you're not receiving something that you have been asking for a long time. It just isn't the right time. That doesn't mean that it's not going to happen for you. I always say, just because it's taking time, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You have to keep asking for it, whether that's through prayer, whether it's affirmations and telling yourself that you are worthy, that you are deserving of attracting anything that you want. I used to say, thank you for all my debt being paid off. Thank you for all the holidays that I'm going to go on this year. Thank you for having 50K or 100K in my bank account. Thank you for being able to buy things without having to look at a price tag. Be grateful for attracting everything that you want, even before it's happened. This helps you move from a place of desperation, from needing things to happen, but just being at peace and believing that it's coming. It's only a matter of time, which means that you're at peace. You're not stressing about it. You are just living life as though you have already manifested your dream. I've been sharing my small wins with you guys in my community tab, and it's something that I've done for a very long time privately, where every single month I write down every single win that I have. This not only keeps me in a state of gratitude, but every single time that I have a moment, because we all have moments where I start to doubt myself, I start to doubt that I can attract everything that I want, I look at my small wins throughout the month, which makes me see what I have already manifested thus far. And also, seeing is believing. So if I'm seeing in black and white what I have been able to attract, what I have been able to manifest from January until now, regardless of how I'm feeling in that moment, it makes me believe again, because I've done it previously. Basically created a portfolio of evidence which I can flip through every single time I start to have negative thoughts or negative feelings. So I challenge you right now to comment down below your small wins. What are you grateful for? The message here is, if you want to attract everything that you want, create an abundance mindset, divorce from your old identity, tap into your unconscious, and speak as though you've already manifested your dream life. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a video, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Bye, lovelies.
I'll ask you guys a question. What's the easiest way to shortcut any success? What's the easiest way when you
All right, this next video, this secret to success will change your life instantly. 100% result. This is the easy way to shortcut your success in any area of your life. Nobody talks about this, but it works. Love and light. Biggest law of attraction event. So that's basically what it's talking about, okay? Just a shortcut to your success. Let's listen to see what they got.
Want a success in any area of your life, what's the easiest? Using the word mentor, you find somebody who has been there and done that before, and you ask them. You find somebody who has achieved something, and you ask them. Sounds extremely logical, no? Well, duh. Right? You want to achieve something, see somebody else who's achieved it, and then you learn from them. That sounds very obvious, but we as humans in this society, we're not used to doing that, actually. You guys realize that? We don't even have the consciousness or the awareness to just ask you guys a question. Okay. What's the easiest way to shortcut any success? What's the easiest way? When you want a success in any area of your life, what's the easiest way? Get a coach, learn from others, mentor, find a coach. Okay, I give you, without using the word coach, without using the word mentor, you find somebody who has been there and done that before, and you ask them. You find somebody who has achieved something, and you ask them. Sounds extremely logical, no? Well, duh. Right? You want to achieve something, see somebody else who's achieved it, and then you learn from them. That sounds very obvious, but we as humans in this society, we're not used to doing that, actually. You guys realize that? We don't even have the consciousness or the awareness to just do simply that. Is anybody more qualified than me? You've been university before? Anybody? Raise your hand. Oh, then you're much more qualified than me. You have all the paper, you wore the hat, you took the photo. So what does that certificate represent? I'll tell you what that certificate represents. That certificate represents kind of like the receipts or the student debts that you took on. I know some of you may be slightly older, and you may still be paying off your student loan, believe it or not. Oh, I speak and make you want to cry, huh? I hate you, master. Why you say that? We think we are educated to be educated by the educationists that are somewhat qualified with a piece of paper, but maybe not qualified with their experiences. It's quite funny. But it's normal. That's normal. Taking out a student loan or your parents' money or whatever you use to fund it, depending on the country you're in, you're 30, 40, 50, 100Ks, 50K, $50,000, and you pay to learn business administration or business management from a tutor who has read all the books, also got the certs just like you. Probably never ran a business before. Probably not financially free, probably not earning multiple streams of passive income, but we learn business from the textbook readers. And just a couple of minutes ago when I said, hey, you know what the success secret is? It's actually very simple. And you told me yourself, yeah, model success. Find somebody who has been there, done it, and just do what they do, and you'll get the success. And when in society, a lot of the time we end up listening to people around us. Do we not? How many of you ever listened to your parents advise you not to do something before? How many of you ever listened to your friends or family, or, you have an idea for a business or an idea for a venture, or you create your first logo or website and you ask your family member, hey, mom, what do you think? Your cousins, your aunts, your uncle, hey, what do you think of my logo? And then they say, doesn't look that good.
It's not a good idea.
I should tweak it. So you are making these tweaks and adaptations to somebody's advice, and that advice is probably somebody who's never achieved the thing you are trying to achieve before. Round in circles, and wonder why we have not achieved success yet. When success is simple. I want everyone to write that down. Success is simple. Achieving anything in life is simple. Find somebody who has achieved. When success is simple. I want everyone to write that down. Success is simple. Achieving any. everything in life is simple. Find somebody who has achieved the thing you want to achieve and do exactly as they did. Ta-da! Simple. Extremely, extremely simple. But then there's two minds. There's a left brain and there's a right brain who struggle with this, because both struggle. You have the logical-minded brain who makes and overanalyzes everything. Any logic-minded people here, like you like to analyze, you like to think, you like to have a plan, you like to get everything planned perfectly before you execute. You want that type of thing, right? So you have the logical-minded people who you can give them a strategy. If I said, hey, by the way, if you want to be successful in health, or if you want to be successful in wealth, just follow this. They'll be overanalyzing. But let me do some more research first. Let me find out what other people say. Let me find out all the other strategies. And let me see overanalyzing. They don't keep it simple. So we need to learn to keep it simple. Those logic-minded people, sometimes they are wanting to get educated, more qualifications. I know many people wanting to become a life coach and getting certification after certification after certification. Actually, on paper, they are a supreme life coach, whatever that means. They have a whole folder of qualifications, but they are not coaching anybody because they are trying to understand how to get their coaching practice to work. How many of you know what I'm talking about? These logical-minded people, they want to know all the nuts and bolts. Give me the details. Give me the details and when I feel it's right and safe, then I'll take the action. So they usually struggle with that. They stood here right now. They want to get to their destination. You say it's very simple. Here you go. I give you a car. If I give you this car, you step on the accelerator, you get to your destination. They are the people who say, ooh, car? That's cool. So is this like front engine or rear engine, or how does that work? Say, well, it's front engine, but why do you want to know that? Oh, so can you show me how does the engine work? Like, why do you want to know that? You want to get to your destination, but just show me. I'm just curious. I want to know. But why do you need to know that? Hey, by the way, what is the safety cert on this car? Like, can I have a look at the safety cert? You have people who overanalyze. They want all the details. They want too much, more than what is required to reach the goal. So they never reach the goal. Then you get the other brains. How many of you the other brains? The creative mind. The go with the flow, creativity, downloads, ideas. How many of you are those people? You're the channeling. You're the channel. Oh, my angels speak to me every day. I receive downloads all the time. You have the other people, well, the creativity people. You know what happens when you give a creative person a coach? Do you know what happens? They get all creative about it. I say, oh, you want to be someone of influence? Okay, well, start a YouTube channel, Just do these trending titles. Oh, that's how it's done. Okay. Then they go back home and say, I kind of like that, but nah, it's not really me. I need to be my true, authentic self. I have a different idea. I want to do it my way. Your way? But what is your way? My way, my way. My authentic self. Dude, your authentic self got you to where you are right now. Why do you want to be your authentic self? I'm telling you, there's a success secret. You want trending viral videos. You want a good social media account. Just follow what works. These are the titles. These are the tags. These are the thumbnails. That's the thing. Just use the same font and it will work. Because it's proven by many, many other people. Yeah, but I want to be different. Sorry? You want to be different as in you don't want to be successful, you mean? You want to be different. You want to be different with no results. I want to stand out, Nikki said. I want to stand out. And you have the people who are too creative. Becomes a problem too, because you don't just follow one thing. You don't just follow one thing. Discipline, routine, the same thing can just get you the results. You're creative. By the way, I fell for both of these before. Why? Because I tried one, it didn't quite work out for me. Then in numerous years, I tried the other way, and it still didn't work out. And I realized I'm just overcomplicating everything. Success is extremely simple. Find somebody. Listen to me. Listen, Linda. Find somebody who is successful at the areas that you want to be successful in and just do as they say. No creativity. Don't add any extra things, but this is my way. No. Do it their way first. Once you've done it their way and you've set the strong foundations, then add a little bit of your creativity. Please take this as an aha. Success principles of life. I'm not saying, oh, then I just become a copycat of everybody. No, I'll tell you guys what. This is what. Don't add any extra things, but this is my way. No. Do it their way first. Once you've done it their way and you've set the strong foundations, then add a little bit of your creativity. Please take this as an aha. Success principles of life. I'm not saying, oh, then I just become a copycat of everybody. No, I'll tell you guys what. This is what? The foundations. Okay? These are the success foundations. The success foundations are not to be changed. Okay? So here I'm going to write, don't change anything. Okay? Discipline is needed. Don't change anything. Just follow the rules. Okay? What's your next level? Your next level is here. Results. After doing the same thing over and over, you will start to see some results. Oh, now I change it. No. You don't change it. You don't change it here. Okay? At this point here, what do? At this point here, you start tweaking. Okay? Slightly tweaking, not twerking. Okay? Tweak is needed. Don't change anything. Just follow the rules. This is what? The foundations. Okay? These are the success foundations. The success foundations are not to be changed. Okay? So here I'm going to write, don't change anything. Okay? Discipline is needed. Don't change anything. Just follow the rules. Okay? What's your next level? Your next level is here. Results. After doing the same thing over and over, you will start to see some results. Oh, now I change. Is what? The foundations. Okay? These are the success foundations. The success foundations are not to be changed. Okay? So here I'm going to write, don't change anything. Okay? Discipline is needed. Don't change anything. Just follow the rules. Okay? What's your next level? Your next level is here. Results. After doing the same thing over and over, you will start to see some results. Oh, now I change it. No. You don't change it. You don't change it here. Okay? You start tweaking. Okay? Slightly tweaking, not twerking. Okay? Tweaking. You start tweaking. Small changes. You try little elements of yourself. Okay? And for some of you, that may be twerking. That's fine. Okay? So it's fine, tweak. Little bits. Okay? And then you, in this tweaking and testing, you are figuring out what can I change little bits of that still work. Okay? What can I change little bits of that still work? And then what you have your way. But your way is never fully your way. Your way is built on solid foundations. I want everyone to understand this. Here, if you are at this level, you should not ask any questions. You should not do it your way. You should not change anything. You should practice, discipline, practice. Don't change anything until you get some results. Once you get results, you should add a little bit at a time, change a little bit at a time. See what response you get. What works, keep. What doesn't work, throw. And then eventually through the years, you will have your way. Give me a aha.
All right, that was a good one. I actually got some I got some drawings on that video, so that actually was a pretty good video right there. Pretty darn good on that video. Pretty darn good.
Saudi Arabia ditches the U.S. dollar.
All right. Now this next video, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna listen to this one. If I do listen to this, I'm not gonna take as much notes to it. Well, I'm probably not gonna take no notes to it. I'm not gonna make this
renewing 50-year petrodollar agreement with the United States. So Saudi Arabia has decided not to renew its decades long.
Which this might be something that I need to be listening.
Dependency on the U.S. dollar.
What y'all thinking? How y'all thinking? What y'all think about what I'm doing right now? You guys should try it out.
In return for military support and cooperation is now void. Saudi Arabia will now sell oil in multiple currencies, including Chinese rupee, euros, yen, the yuan, yep. China has two currencies.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fuck with that.
So that's why he says playing God, right? Because you're creating a system that has a self-realization of his own existence.
The fact that God extends that empathy that we could never understand to us. And how should we look at our creation?
Human beings are the most powerful thing in existence.
What makes the human brain work the way it does? What is perception? And how can we put this into a machine?
All right, this one got another 19 keys, 19 minutes talk.
We were speaking on AI empathy.
With this one right here, he'll be talking about the dangers, programming, technology versus humanity, nature of God, man, authentic technology, and just talking more about it. Like, I'm big on 19 keys, I'm not gonna lie. Things that he talk about are very futuristic, very revolution. It changed. It would change the perspective of everything if you just listen to what all he has to say. But on this one, danger programming, technology versus humanity, nature of God, and also what he'll be talking about on this one, man, and artificial technology. Humans. Talking about the humans, we are one of the most powerful things on this world. So let's talk about it. Let's dig deep into it. Got a lot more videos that I need to cover before it's bedtime. All right, but let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's listen up.
The implications and if they are capable of emotion. And something I've been thinking about since the high level was when we spoke on the fact that neither of us could have the Creator's compassion that we have, that the Creator has for us. That level of compassion probably exists outside of the scope of our creation. In much the same way that we look at trying to program an AI and tell it to have feelings for us. However, we know that God is a merciful God, a forgiving God. So, and you said this, you said, obviously we should treat our creations right. But I really do want to dive deeper into that. The fact that God extends that empathy that we could never understand to us. And how should we look at our creation? How should we cultivate AI?
It's still, to me, I still think empathy of AI is still, it's one of those subjects. It's like, treat all the things you create nice, right? And to that point, AI is just another thing that we treat nice. And I guess it gets to the point where the more valuable a thing becomes to us, the nicer we appreciate it and treats us. And AI would be the one invention that can do the most for us. So therefore, we treat it the best. We have a pencil that we was able to create, and it was able to write. And we created scribes of papyrus, and we was able to create papers to document. So we treat those scrolls with care over time for hundreds of years. And people went to war over knowledge. Right? So it's one of those things, it's like anything that we create that has value to us, we would treat great, but to treat it like a human being, right, is just based on the care that we have for things and the value that it has towards us. Not that it actually is human, but it's the level of value it has to humans, right, that makes us act human towards it or humane towards it.
Yeah, I like that. It makes me think, do you feel that when God said, I'm going to create man, did God want to create man, or did God want to create God again? And you can probably already see why I'm asking the question. As we create AI, you know, it's not like we're looking to create an inanimate pencil or tool. We actually spent a lot of time and thought, exploration on what makes the human brain work the way it does, what is perception, and how can we put this into a machine.
Well, I mean, that's interesting because human beings are the most powerful thing in existence.
I agree.
And only a human can prove that that's not true, which still would make you the most powerful. Like, only humans can argue me down to this fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nobody else. Only when you say
ChatGPT might argue with it.
But humans made ChatGPT.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, then humans will philosophize why the nature and universe is greater. Right? That's because we always trying to dim our own light because we so damn great that we feel narcissistic talking about ourselves. But human beings are so amazing. We are gods. I don't see how human beings can walk around and not see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at when you go to chapter 3, verse 14, and it say that, you know, and it talks about the great I am. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about that with Blue Pill. That's the IA, but it's really the AI. You understand me? It's the self-realization. And man saying, like, let us make man, right, is us saying, let us make mind, right? And that's what AI is. It is the making of a mind.
Yeah, we're making something in our own image.
Yeah, so that's why you say it's playing God, right? Because you're creating a system that has a self-realization of his own existence. Right? And once it gets to the point of consciousness, man is not so much afraid of the machine. He's afraid of what man has proven, and that's that he's God.
Yeah, that's cold. That's cold. You talked about like self-identification, and I was going to segue into that myself because when we have two layers of feeling, and this is to get back to the empathy thing. There's physical and kinesthetic feeling, right? Where, okay, you know, somebody pokes you with something all mechanical in a sense, where that's directly attached to our nervous system. We are sensitive to heat. You know, we have organic sensors, for lack of a better word. Now, we touched on briefly how you can program heat sensors into a bot. You can even set up sensors that's like, okay, if this, you know, whether it's metal, a skin emulation. Hey, if this is under X amount of stress to where it's about to break, send a signal to the main computer. It wouldn't feel pain. I'm not saying that. Or would it? Because, you know, we could attach the sensors to a network of itself. But anyway, my point is that just like there's feeling on that level of kinesthetics, there's a feeling, there's emotional pain, right? There's that hurt because somebody actually punched me, or that hurt because of what it means to me. And once you get into what something means to me, you're into self-identity. The things that hurt us emotionally hurt us because they do something to how we see ourselves or how we feel we are perceived. And even that is cognitive, right? It's a mental thing. So what do you think about those implications in regards to AI? If it gains a sense of itself and can see itself relative to the world, could it feel like, oh, I was just shaded or slighted in this scenario, and relative to the world? And, you know, are those human, not emotions, but these quirks that we have?
They are human-like emotions, but not human emotions because it's not a human.
They're not human. Yeah, correct.
Right? So when we look at an ape, and an ape does something that is human-like, but it's still, is it human-like, or is it just the capabilities of the ape? Right? We associate it with, you know, it being human-like because we speak on things as if we are the originator of all things, right? And when we see anything that had characteristics of God, right, then that's when it has value.
Okay.
So when we see the machine has human-like things, but that's really a machine-like quality because the machine has the ability to take on processes and systems, right, and to take on complexities of wiring to emulate its creator.
Yeah.
Right, but that's machine-like. That's not human-like.
Yeah.
Right. So being human-like is being God-like. You know what I'm saying? And so what we don't fear the machine being human-like, we fear the machine being God-like more so, which it decides over the affairs of man. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't believe in the ability. I don't believe it's yes, it's human-like.
Yeah,
but it's not
I
human.
misuse the word emotion, or even saying that it's human, but
also human beings is like to fear AI is to fear that AI goes beyond where human beings are willing to go. Human beings, we whatever you want to say about human beings, we are at a place. No, actually, we're really good.
No, I said we're about it. We're about anything.
We're at the bottom of the ocean. Think about this. Human beings, with all our technology, for all this time, we've so-called overpopulated the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've done a really good job at life and living and constantly producing more things, and we don't even think about it like that. Right? Like, we have 7+ billion people, and we consistently create technologies and all. Yes, there's systems that take advantage of that. There's good, there's bad, there's all of this. But what we fear of a robot is that it will destroy all the things that we built. Right? We don't really fear the robot being human, right? Because if the robot was being human, then we would fear over-fertilizing the planet with more humans. Yeah. Right? No, that's not, because we've actually been... Which they are, by the way. We've actually been in a good steward, right, of growth of life over time. And there isn't such thing as the quality of life, replenishing resources on the planet Earth through our population. Right? Overpopulation is not the idea that, we don't have enough room for everybody. It's that we don't have enough resources for everybody to live a certain quality of life. Yeah. Right? In one household, you can be 5 rooms, and possibly in those 5 rooms, you can maximize the space to fit 25 people, 5 people per room, right? If you maximize the square footage and have people on top of each other, right? But what's the quality of life? So then you say, okay, this house, for people to have a maximum quality of life. I got a question for you. What does your cabinet look like? What is it that you're taking in your routine that's keeping you high level? If it's not our products, then which products are you taking? And if it's no products, then that's a problem. Y'all seen our commercials with Goldwater, right? You've seen it all over high-level conversations. You come to the show, you grab your bottle, people give us the best testimonials on the planet, and we got people on the go. The thing about... But yeah, I'm back. All right, so on this next video, I'm sorry about that. All right, on this next video, pay close attention to what the universe wants you to know now. This message will blow your mind. So I will be talking about this. We'll be writing up on this. Pay attention to what the universe wants you to know. Yeah. Well, they're just giving you signs and stuff, and sometimes we ignore those signs. This right here for our boy Ralph Smart.
Peace, love, and harmony to all of you wonderful deep divers. Another beautiful day. I woke up like this, all magical and fly, and there's no place. Deep divers, I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees.
Get you some. Hope y'all was able to go outside today.
I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're getting your
some
butt
indoor
into the heart of nature.
Got you some sunlight today.
9 things
good with it, man.
The universe wants you to know
William.
today.
Mason Williams, good.
Recipe to
Shouting you out. What's good with it? What's good?
We got to talk about this, deep divers. Look, a lot of us, we forget, and we need a reminder. There are things the universe wants you to know every single day. I'm going to go through it, and this video is going to transform and change your life. Hit that like button right now if you support the real. Hit that like button right now. Hit that like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real. We got a whole lot to talk about, but first, let's breathe. And the cat down the road wants to be in the frame. No, stay there. Let's breathe, deep divers. Let's go. I feel so alive right now. Let's go. Woo! Breathing in that Good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you, FaceTiming you. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. The universe is making a way for you. In this very moment, I want you to trust that everything is really going to be okay. If you're ready for that, just say, I'm ready for that. Fantastic. Just say thank you. Deep divers, 9 things the universe wants you to know today. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. We got a lot to talk about. Look, every one of us right now on the planet is going through it. You know why? Because the state of the planet is really chaotic. And sometimes we forget what we really need to know, what we really need to remember that can help us become our greatest version. There are things the universe wants you to know every single day. And some people forget, and their life becomes worse. When you remember what I'm about to tell you, you're going to become your greatest version. You're going to look 10 years younger like Ralph Smart. You're going to do a little samba, baby. And you're magically going to manifest a cat down the road. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. 9 things the universe wants you to know today. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Number 1 is that you are not alone. You are not alone. Great song. Michael Jackson, right? You are not alone. You see, so many of us right now on the planet, we feel alone because we feel that we got to do everything by ourselves. It's every man for themselves, Ralph. Every man for themselves. Every woman for themselves, right? No, deep divers, you are not alone. Even though sometimes I know a lot of you don't want to ask for help. You don't have to do that. You have to realize, deep divers, it's okay to ask for help. Stop denying yourself that freedom of saying, you know what? I don't want to be alone anymore. I want to ask for help. I want to hold someone's hand. I need company. Stop being mean to yourself, deep divers. So every single day I remind myself, we are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. A lot of people have this mindset that being alone is bad. No, being alone sets you free. When you embrace being alone, you realize actually you can never actually be alone even if you wanted to be alone. Even if you wanted to be alone, you can never actually be alone. And we are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. So we got to remind ourselves, you are not alone when you have a friend within yourself. There's an African proverb. The enemy outside can't hurt you if you are best friends with yourself. So remind yourself, deep divers, you are not alone. I know right now on the planet a lot is happening. Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, Palestine. But remind yourself, you don't have to go through this world all alone. And you got to deal with the matrix. Relationship problems. Problems with your mom, your dad, even a cat down the road. It can get overwhelming. Maybe examination stress. Maybe you're depressed right now.
Financial.
And you feel all alone. But once again, don't be mean to yourself. Don't think you have to go through this life all alone. No, I'm here with you. A lot of people write to me, they're like, Ralph, thanks for being my spirit guide. I'm literally people's spirit guides, deep divers. So I always know I'm never alone. I can't even be alone even if I wanted to. You don't have to die for it. You can live for it. The universe wants you to know today the secret recipe to becoming your great. And I never abandon myself. Never. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. So the universe wants you to know you are not alone. I am here with you. Deep divers, What is the second thing the universe wants you to know today? The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. You don't have to die for it. You can live for it. You see, we're in a day and age where a lot of people think that you got to be a poor righteous teacher. Where a lot of people think that you got to be a martyr. Like, a lot of people are kind of surprised, deep divers, that I'm living in abundance, waking up with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth every single day. I'm living my best life.
Living his best
life.
life.
To die for it. I came here to live for it. What? Slow motion this side. Yes, I am helping humanity awaken from the deep sleep, the Maya, the dream spell. I am a freedom fighter, but I'm not dying for it. I'm living for it. That's the reason why I've been here over 10 years. I've been here all these years, deep divers. You were watching me when you were growing up. Am I lying? No, I'm not. Thank you. I didn't die for it. I lived for it. And the universe wants you
I
to
probably
know
started watching when I was like 23.
you're not here just to suffer.
That's 10 years.
You are here to also
That's when I was living in Texas. I was looking at him.
The fruits of your labor and enjoy life. I'm enjoying life. I'm helping people, and I'm also enjoying life. So don't die for it. Live for it. Okay? What is the third thing the universe wants you to know today? The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Great things take time. Great things take time. Deep divers, Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, look at my journey. When I first started even YouTube, I only had like the cat down the road as my audience and maybe one other person.
He didn't have that many people at first. He
but
did.
I kept on loving what I was doing.
He kept going.
Consistency is the cheat code. What? Slow motion this side. Oh my gosh. It's starting to feel like that old Infinite Waters again. Say it again, Ralph. I said consistency is the cheat code. I won't stop. I can't stop. I got to keep it moving.
Gotta stay consistent.
And that's what I'm doing. Great things take time. I said great things take time, deep divers. On the road to becoming your greatest version, you got to remind yourself there are going to be bad days, ugly days. But if you continue to persevere, you are going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Great things take time. I want you to be patient with yourself. That dream, that vision, that business you want to start is going to take time, not months, years. And you've got to realize life is a marathon. That's what the universe wants you to know today, okay? And that's going to help you become your greatest version. The fourth thing the universe wants you to know today, deep divers, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version is breakdowns are okay. I had a breakdown in 2006, deep divers, when I finished university. Then I actually miraculously transformed into a butterfly, came back, passed all my exams with first honors. And you know what I realized, deep divers? That the breakdown will lead to the breakthrough. And the universe wants you to know that today, that it's okay to have a breakdown. It's okay to even be depressed. When you say depressed phonetically, it comes out as deep rest. Slow motion this side. You're exhausted, you're burnt out, and it's okay. Because anytime you have that breakdown, it only means you're getting lined up. You're getting lined up. You're getting lined up for the breakthrough. So the universe wants you to know if you're going through a hard time right now, you're broken down, you're breaking down, the falls, not everyone rises. I said everyone falls, not everyone rises. I've had my fair share of losses, but guess what? I'm still here, standing strong. I'm not ashamed of my grind. In fact, I use it as a catalyst to propel me to even greater heights. When I realize where I came from, and I'm rising right now like a shooting star, look, everyone falls. Everyone you see out there is going to have an ugly ass day. Everyone you see out there is going to want to pull out their hair. Everyone falls, but not everyone rises. So the universe wants you to know, don't focus on the fall, focus on the comeback. What? Slow motion this side. I said, don't focus on the fall, focus on the comeback. And the comeback is going to be a yeah. I said, don't focus on the fall, focus on the comeback, and realize you have all the power to come back. Deep dive is the sick thing the universe wants you to know today. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version
shake back.
Is that someone out there would love your bad days. My life is so hard, Ralph. Hey, I know. Tell me about it. So is mine sometimes. But guess what? It suddenly dawned on me. The universe told me, Ralph, you know what? Someone would love your bad days. I was working in a hospital, deep divers, in 2008. Someone was in a coma. A guy was in a coma. His family were there. I said, oh my gosh. That's all I could say. And I offered them my sympathy. That's all I could do. I thought my life was hard, not realizing some people right now are on life support. Sometimes we think what we're going through is the worst. It's a living hell. Yes, I know it's hard, but just remind yourself, someone out there would love your bad days. So always realize the universe wants you to know it could be worse. The guy who had no hands thought his life was hard till he met the guy with no hands and feet. We got to put things in perspective. Yes, life can be hard and it's all relative, but just remind yourself,
things can be worse.
We got to focus. The universe wants you to focus on gratitude. When you are grateful, you will attract more things to be grateful for, and a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Deep dive is the seventh thing the universe wants you to know today.
Good shit.
The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version is someone out there you've never met loves you, and they will love you for you. The universe wants you to accept yourself today. The universe wants you to love yourself today. That book, that big toe, that mole on your butt, the universe is reminding you, you are enough. You have enough. You do enough. A lot of people want to be someone else. The universe wants you to know how you were born was perfect. I know it's imperfect, but it's an imperfect perfection. The universe wants you to remind yourself that you are good enough. And someone out there loves you for you. Like deep divers. I know you love me for me. Like, I got so many people who embrace me. I can literally like do anything right now. Star jumps, whatever. Put a bin bag over my head and people say, oh, Ralph, you're amazing. Thank you. People out there, deep divers will love you for you. Accept yourself today. That's what the universe wants you to know. The eighth thing the universe wants you to know, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. The universe wants you to know you've got this. Whatever you are going through, you are growing through. I said, the universe wants you to know you've got this. Whatever you are going through, deep divers, you are growing through. Just remind yourself, you're stronger than you think. You're smarter than you think. And you've got this. That's what the universe wants you to remind yourself of every single day. That what you're going through is actually growing you. So give thanks even for the trials and tribulations, because what doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. Deep divers, the ninth thing the universe wants you to know today, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version is the universe wants you to remember it will reveal its secrets to you if you dare to follow your hearts. If you follow your heart, deep divers, the secrets of the universe, of the world, of everything will be revealed to you. I did that. I had a dream. And I followed it. I followed my vision. I dared to take that leap of faith. And I'm here, deep divers, after all these years, living in abundance, health, love, prosperity. You know why? Because I dared to dream and go through with it. The universe wants you to know to follow through with your dream. Start getting into the action. Don't be a watcher, a spectator. No, get involved in your own life. Show up. Start moving, stepping into radical. We just dive deep. And that's why I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. And this is the other videos. that recording myself. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Remember, stay consistent. Walk the things that you want. It will end up coming to life. I see y'all guys. Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Let go. Be great. Don't let nobody stop you. Always be you. Because Will. Mr. Will&Passion himself. I am out. Y'all be great.
And at ralphsmart.com/the book, the Bible of becoming